Good morning, students. Welcome back to your science class. I hope you have understood the first part of the chapter. So let's move forward. Now we will study about the feet and claws of birds. Birds use their feet and claws to catch food, sit on branches of trees, and protect themselves. Like we use our hands and feet to do various things, in that same manner, birds use their feet and claws to do various things. Most birds have 4 toes on each foot. At the end of the toe, there is a claw which looks like a sharp nail. Like we have 5 toes in our feet and every toe has a nail at its end. In that same manner, birds also have 4 toes on each foot, and at the end of the toe, as you can see in the picture also, at the end of the toe there is a claw which looks like a sharp nail. So birds have toes and at the end they have a claw which looks like a sharp nail. Now let's study about different types of feet and claws in different birds. First, let's study about perching birds. The examples of such kind of birds are sparrow, crow, etc. So, sparrow and crow are called as perching birds. They have 3 toes in front and 1 at the back. As you can see in the picture also, 3 toes are at the front and 1 toe is at the back. They use their toes to grip branches and wires while sitting. Like we use our fingers and thumbs to grip the objects. If we want to hold a pencil, we use our fingers and hand. In that same manner, when these birds want to grip or just sit on some branches or wires, they use their toes and claws. Now let's study about the other bird. This is a scratching bird. Scratching birds are basically those birds which dig the ground with the help of their toes. An example of these kind of birds is like hen, peacock or rooster. They scratch or dig the ground with the toes to find insect and worms to eat. You must have seen a hen digging the ground or finding its food. So those birds are called as scratching birds and their feet and claws look like this. Now we will study about climbing birds. Climbing birds are those birds which climb and cling to the trees. Woodpecker and parrot are the examples of climbing birds, and they have 2 toes in the front and 2 toes at the back. This helps them to climb and cling to the trees. You can see in the picture also. See, 2 toes are at the front and 2 toes are at the back. So if I ask you a question, how many toes does a climbing bird have? You will say, ma'am, climbing bird have 4 toes, 2 toes at the front and 2 toes at the back. Now let's study about another bird. Now these birds are swimming birds. These birds are those kind of birds which are generally found swimming in the pond or lakes. You must have seen a duck swimming in the pond. Okay. So now this is the feet of a duck. Goose and duck have 3 toes in the front joined with the skin in the form of a web. You can see in the picture also. It has 3 toes. See this yellow color picture? It has 3 toes and these toes are joined together by a web-like structure. And because of this, the ducks and the goose can easily swim. So if I ask you which feature helps the duck to swim, so you will say, ma'am, web feet help them to swim. Now next type of bird is wading birds. Stork, crane and heron have long slender legs. As you can see in the picture also, their legs are so long and slender. Slender means thin, with widespread toes to keep their feet from sinking in the soft mud. Since these type of birds walk in soft mud, so in order to avoid sinking in that mud, God has gifted them with long and slender legs, and they have widespread toes. They walk in shallow water in search of food. So wading birds, if I ask you what kind of feet does a wading bird has? You will say, ma'am, wading bird has long, slender legs with widespread toes. Now let's study about flesh-eating or preying birds. Hawk, eagle, vulture are examples of preying birds. They have strong, sharp curved claws called talons. It helps to catch and hold their prey like rat, frog and snake. As you can see in the picture also, their claws are curved. The first picture, you can see it. The claws are curved over here, and these sharp curved claws are called as talon. So if I ask you, what are sharp curved claws called? Or how do we term sharp curved claws? You will say, ma'am, they are termed as talons, and these talons are present in flesh-eating or preying birds. Now we will study about nest. Everybody knows what a nest is. You must have studied in your earlier classes. Now we will study more about it. Birds build nests to lay eggs, raise their nestlings. Once the baby birds are old enough to look after themselves, they leave the nest. Birds generally make nests to lay the eggs and to give birth to their babies. Birds build nests with various materials such as twigs, dry leaves, feathers and straws. As you can see in the picture also, the bird has used small twigs to make its nest. Like we use bricks, we use cement to make our houses. In that same manner, bird use twigs, dry leaves, feathers and straws to make its home. Now we will study about different types of nest made by birds. If we talk about woodpecker, it makes a hole in the bark of a tree with its beak and uses it as a nest. As you can see in the picture also, the woodpecker has made a hole in this bark of the tree, and in this hole it makes its nest. Weaver bird. Weaver bird uses its beak to weave the leaves and twigs to make its nest. Unlike other nests, the weaver bird's nest has an opening from the bottom. Generally, all the nests have an opening at the top. It's open from the top. But this bird, whose name is weaver bird, this bird makes its nest that has an opening at the bottom. You can see in the picture also, it has an opening at the bottom. So if I ask you which bird makes a nest which has an opening at the bottom, what will be your answer? You will say, ma'am, weaver bird is the bird that has a opening in the nest which is present at the bottom. Now let's study about another bird. This bird is called tailor bird. Tailor bird uses its beak like a needle, like our mother uses needle and thread to stitch our clothes or to stitch buttons to your shirt. In that same manner, tailor bird uses its beak to stitch the leaves to make its nest. As you can see in the picture also, see, the tailor bird uses its beak and some thread material to stitch the leaves, and in this leaf she will give birth to its babies. It uses wool, cotton thread or the thread of the spider's web to stitch its nest. Now the next bird is eagle. Eagle normally builds its nest high up on cliffs or tall trees to protect its egg. So if I ask you a question, where does eagle makes its nest? You will say, ma'am, eagle makes its nest on the cliff or tall trees so that it can protect its egg. Penguin builds its nest with stone and pebbles. Penguin doesn't use twigs or dry leaves or stitch the leaves, but it uses stones and pebbles to make its nest. As you can see in the picture also, this mother penguin has given a birth to a baby in the pebbles and stones. Cuckoo is a lazy bird and does not make its own nest. Instead, It lays its eggs in a crow nest. So cuckoo is a bird which does not make his house, but it goes on crow's nest, and there it gives eggs. As the eggs look similar to a crow's eggs, the crow looks after the cuckoo's eggs as its own. Since the crow cannot differentiate whether it is a crow's egg or whether it is cuckoo's egg. Crow thinks that it is its egg, and crow looks after it. So cuckoo does not make its nest. So if I ask you a question, which bird does not make its nest and lays the eggs in crow's nest, so what will be your answer? Yes, you will say, ma'am, cuckoo is the bird which does not make its own nest. So this was all for this session. I hope you have understood the chapter. I have given you an assignment. Please complete it in your science notebooks, and we will meet in the next class. Till then, bye-bye.